Hi,
Hi.
this is Shara Osgood. I'm talking with Merrick Henry, local dancer, musician, and actor. You can tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do creatively in Fitchburg.
Sure. So, born and raised in Fitchburg. I've gone through the Fitchburg public school system. I went to Fitchburg State as well. Proud Red Raider and Falcon through and through the community. Exactly. I'm just so grateful for what the community has given me. I've had a lot of great teachers, a lot of great mentors growing up in the area. Will Jack Angelo and Barney Lamon, certainly notable mentors. Sally Cragen. They've given me a lot in terms of growth, understanding how far I can go with my performance materials, whether it's through the theater training that I had, whether it's through my musical performances that I've done, dance opportunities that I've gotten either here or anywhere else across the state and or New England. Um, I've just trying to figure out where I can go from here.
Well,
I was on such a roll too.
I know that you've done like dance competitions around, and I guess it's more about like what what motivates you creatively, what inspires you.
What motivates me is being able to say that I was able to accomplish what I wanted to for myself. Um, there are many young performers in the Fitchburg area that may feel that it's hard to uh, take your dreams wherever you want to go with them, say to a bigger market like maybe Nashville or Los Angeles and New York, and it may feel hard to be able to do that all by yourself, but you don't have to. You can lean on those that have had experience being outside of our community and being kind enough to bring those resources and that knowledge back. Lean on them, utilize them, talk to them, just ask them for their thoughts, and what they think about certain situations. So what motivates me is to be able to get as far as I want to in my career, and then be able to bring those resources back for the community and share that knowledge that I've gained out there and bring it back here. I recently just went to Los Angeles for the very first time in my career. I was performing in a talent showcase out there, and what was really exciting to me about being in that showcase was to bring back all the resources that I had from the panels that I attended, from just the rigorous amounts of performances that I did in the showcase to get as far as I did in the showcase. There was a lot of experience that you probably wouldn't necessarily fully get by just staying in a classroom, by really going out there and getting that real world experience. That's how you get better, ultimately, just taking
It's
what
like
you
doing something like American Idol, where you just go through. It's like boot camp. Like you have so much.
you just got to go out there
Yeah.
and do it.
I think, yeah, life experience, there's nothing like life experience. And it's so great to be able to go out there and then bring things back as resources for Fitchburg. I think that that's
For Fitchburg and also for your own work too, whether you are a painter, whether you are a pencilist, whether you are being an actor, a singer, or a dancer. All of these outside world experiences only inform the work that you're trying to create. There's a lot of things that you can learn in the classroom. I highly believe in learning and constantly evolving and just trying to get better at what you're doing, but at some point you're going to have to take that knowledge and turn it into experience, and it's just this ongoing cycle. And if you stop learning, then in my mind you aren't going as far as you want to
right.
anymore.
You get stagnant.
Yes.
I feel like that's one of the things about art is that there's really no ceiling. That no matter how good you are, there's always room for improvement. There's always room for learning and expanding, and finding new ways of self-expression.
Couldn't agree more. And it's our job to take in that information for ourselves, but also then share it with others and have them interpret that info however they want to. And that can
Right.
just pass on.
That's why I love doing collaborations. I love working with different people, and I feel like one of the things about Main Street Studios, where we are right now, is that there are a lot of different artists that are connected, and the resident artists. We have musicians, we have fine artists, we have theater people, and just all of the arts. It's not, it's there's dance, there's music, there's visual art on so many different levels, and they all connect and hive together. Like I've done backdrops for dance. I've done makeup for performances, and there's been so many different ways that that we can collaborate together.
Yeah, it's a very rich community that we have here of artists in multiple different genres and multiple different disciplines. That feels very unique compared to many other artistic communities. You know, there's a
Right.
lot of ways that we can all help each other and all grow together. That, from what I understand from other artists that I know in other surrounding areas, they don't really have that kind of
Well,
community and camaraderie.
It gets more competitive, I think, for
Sure.
a lot of people. And I think because so many of us who are artists in the Fitchburg area, we're working to create this arts environment, this arts community. So the only way to do that is by working together. And I have been I've been so invigorated by all of the collaborations that have been happening and all of the connections that we're all making with each other. And there's so many projects that are coming up that are exciting.
It feels like this is a recent phenomenon too. Maybe it's just because I'm old enough now to actually pay attention, but it feels like as of late, coming more out of the pandemic, we've all been really more open to finding each other and seeing what's here. Maybe before we were all kind of on our own little islands. Again, in whatever discipline we were doing, I primarily noticed this through music, that there were these kinds of hubs
Right.
for select groups of people. But now, once we were all indoors and we decided to finally open up to see what was out there, we all kind of peeked out at the same time to notice our artistic neighbors. I don't know if that
Right.
really happened
Well,
before 2020.
I think some of it is both how the pandemic put us inside. Our only outlets was through the internet, and so we made some connections that way that are harder sometimes to make when you're just walking down the street, say.
Yeah.
But now a lot of us know each other that didn't know each other before the pandemic, and so now we're doing things. And there's all this funding for the arts here in Fitchburg, so there are all these projects. So we're all sort of resourcing with each other, and I just find it all really exciting. And
Things that maybe we couldn't have done before, we're finding ways to make them work now, and really
Right.
trying to put pen to paper and then
Right.
execute on
So,
whatever those ideas are. It's nice.
on the note of how we find each other, how can people find you, Merrick?
How you can find me best is my username is @HerrickMenry. You're switching the H and the M in my name, Merrick Henry. @HerrickMenry on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube as well. That is the best way to get in touch with me, to take a look at my video catalog for the different dance performances I've done, musical performances I've done, cover songs, whatever, and also the collaborations that I've been fortunate enough to be a part of in any artistic endeavor. But primarily @HerrickMenry is where you're going to find me on most primary social media platforms.
Thank you so much. It's been wonderful talking with you.
Thank you, Shara. Woo!
Woohoo!